Hey guys, how's it going? It's your friendly blue collar gamer here, and today I just wanted to take a minute to talk to you guys about the brand new SMG in Destiny 2, the Hero's Burden. But before I get to that, I just want to ask you guys, please drop a subscribe down below, as well as leave a like on the video and turn notifications on. And if you don't mind, leave a comment on what gun you want me to review next. If it's a PvE or a PvP inspired weapon, just let me know and I'll do my best to cover it and give you guys the best information I can. So in today's video, you're going to see me using this roll here that's on screen. It's got high cal, hammer forge, fragile focus, and iron reach. I'm personally using the Suros Synergy because I think it works a little bit better. I think the Skulking Wolf is a great perk and it's a great addition, but I think that on a Suros weapon, I'm always going to run the Suros Synergy. It works great. I'm also using a Stability Masterwork. I got lucky enough to run that, and a Counterbalance because this thing, with as low of a stability stat as it has, it can hurt a little bit, I'll be honest. It's not the best, but it's manageable when you have those balances there. So, looking at what the possible god rolls are, there's lots of different rolls you can get. I mean, I'm personally going to say hammer forged or small bore. I wouldn't suggest going full bore unless you're on PC. High cal is definitely my choice for the flinch, but you could also run ricochet rounds. That's a great option. As far as the next perk, we're definitely either going Air Assault, Zen Moment, or Fragile Focus. Any three is great. And in the final column, I think it's really only two that are worth using, and that, in my opinion, would be Kill Clip or Iron Reach. Iron Reach being what I'm using in the footage for this gameplay. So as far as getting into talking about the weapon in itself, you're going to see a lot of clips here where I'm hitting ridiculously long range clips. Things that you wouldn't expect to see from a 900 SMG, especially not a 900 SMG. I don't know how else to say it. I was honestly shocked. I've used the multi-mock with Iron Reach, but the fragile focus perk that you can get on this SMG absolutely just destroys any roll that you can get on the multi-mock. When you go into a fight, especially if you're the aggressor and you get there and you get the first shot off, your first few shots have a plus 20 range on them. And as far as I can tell, it feels like you are absolutely maxing out the range that you can get on a 900. I don't know how you could make it any better, and to be honest, I'd be surprised if anything ever does compare to this. I'd say I was matching with Shire's Wrath. I was matching with lots of 180 hand cannons. People were using the Frontier's Cry. I was matching with lots of 140s. It really didn't feel like anything was hindering me from using it, and the best part about it is that because of how fast the fire rate is, I didn't just feel confident in those longer range engagements with the Iron Reach, but I also felt confident using this thing as a shotgun defense. I mean, I had people rushing me and pushing me, and I was pulling this thing out and just obliterating them. I mean, the kill time on this gun, it's the same as a multi-mock, it's the same as a funnel web, but it just feels better. I'm not sure why, I'm not sure what it is. I know that it's a technically different frame and there's some weird stuff around that. I know it's got one less damage number most of the time. It does 17, whereas multi-mock does 18. I don't think that makes a big difference in the TTK, but I think something about the zoom, because I know it has +1 zoom compared to the multi-mock, that part alone does really give it the feel of just a stickiness to the head that it really shouldn't have with, on this roll specifically, 20 stability. I mean, that's a really low stability stat, and to be hitting people in the head at 20 to 23 meters is just, well, it's ridiculous. It's insane. The other thing I want to say is that unless you're using, Iron Grip, the reload on this gun is actually pretty good. It's not the best in archetype, it's not the best in slot, but it's up there and it's fast. So I mean, you can stay in a gunfight for a fairly long time if you're watching your cover and watching where you're peeking from. You can dip back into cover, reload fairly quickly, and get back into a fight without having to worry too much. On top of all this, I would say that the one thing that I learned the best from using this gun, and with the new meta that we're seeing kind of playing out, this gun definitely works best in a double primary situation. I would say you could definitely use it with a shotgun. You can definitely use it with a sniper, and I will be using it with a sniper in things like Trials. But as far as 6v6 game modes like Iron Banner and Control, I'm going to say using this with a hand cannon, especially an exotic hand cannon like something like Ace of Spades or Thorn, or maybe even Malfeasance if you're a Malfeasance kind of person, is kind of more the way that I'm leaning. I think it's going to really shine when you don't have to worry about special ammo. You don't have to worry about your other weapon getting ammo for it. You can just purely worry about trying to focus on the kills. You can hot swap in and out of your hand cannon and your SMG. I've even tried using it a little bit with the messenger. I think the swap speed, you definitely have to run dexterity perks to make that work. But a faster archetype like Outbreak Perfected, which I was using on Disjunction during Iron Banner, that worked perfectly fine. So I mean, I think that this gun is really going to shine for the people that are okay being aggressive, double primary pushers, and want to be the person leading the engagement. Because I'm telling you, with that fragile focus, the extra 20 range, it is an insane lead up that you can have on your engagement. So you can come in from 22, 23 meters with an SMG out, and most people aren't expecting you to even be shooting at that point. And you're hitting them in the head for full damage numbers. I mean, you're seeing right there in that clip, I'm pretty much out of range for any other 900 other than Multimach, and I'm hitting full damage numbers to the head over and over and over again. You'll see it repeatedly. I shouldn't be hitting full damage numbers, but I am, because of just how good they made that fragile focus perk. It's definitely not a good perk if you're not the person getting the first shot off. There's some times where I wasn't getting fragile focus and I was shooting way out of my range, and that definitely does hinder it a little bit. But I mean, all in all, I think this gun is probably going to be one of the better trials weapons, especially for snipers on smaller maps. I think it's definitely going to be a go-to. It's going to be like a legendary Teraba. But I think even further than that, when you go into game modes like Iron Banner and Control, I think this thing's going to be a monster, and I think it's definitely worth picking up. And not to mention, there are some roles that you can actually get on this thing that are fairly good for PvE as well. I think that you can get well-rounded on this, which is a fairly good perk for PvE. I don't remember 100%, but you might be able to get Dragonfly on it, or a explosive perk. I'd have to go back and pull that up, but I believe so. But there's no, so you can get the new Void debuff, the Repulsor Brace. That's my mistake. So as far as PvE, I mean, you could definitely get Vorpal on it as well, which would be awesome. But I think this weapon, it's an Iron Banner weapon, so it's definitely made for PvP, and the rolls on it are just, it's too good to pass up. Unfortunately, it is kind of locked behind a fairly big grind wall of being max rank. That was pretty hard for me to do. I didn't get it until near the end of the week, and once I did, it only took me a few rolls to get the roll that I have now, so I got fairly lucky. But I can definitely see the grind for this gun, and especially if you're looking for the God roll, being extremely, excruciatingly long. So be prepared for that, and try to keep your head up. If you get any rolls with Fragile Focus, keep it. And if you get any rolls with Iron Reach, keep it. And you know, even if you don't get those rolls, keep anything you get on this gun, because it is going to be amazing. And with all that being said, guys, please make sure you leave a like, a subscribe, and turn on notifications, as well as leave a comment down below on what gun you'd like to see me review next, or what topic you'd like to see me discuss on my channel. Make sure you head over to my other social medias and leave a follow so you can stay up to date with all things Blue Collared Gamer. If you don't mind, you can head over to my Twitch, and if you want to see live gameplay of me playing the games you love to see, it'll be in the description as well. If you want to watch another video, just click on the little box in the corner. Do it. What are you waiting for? Just do it.